Hello everyone and welcome back to Prickly Pear Acres. Today we are going to make something very fun. This is very not a professional tutorial. This is me, a non-carpenter, figuring stuff out so I can have what I want. If you have seen my previous videos, then you know I do homemade green stalks because honestly, I love the real ones, the actual green stalk company. I've never had one. I just know I would love them. But I don't have the monies for that. And I think these look just as cool. And I mean, I can make one that size for $20. And the two that I'm going to be making today and showing you how to make, I got all the stuff I need. A lot of stuff I had for free. But it was $28 for all the supplies. I had the screws already, and I'm making my stools out of some boards and some wood sticks. They're not sticks, they're like big branches from trees that we've cut down. Some sturdy, thick ones. So if you want to do it this way and buy everything for this, this is just a stool that was $5 at Dollar Tree. This is an oil pan, and I just screwed that to here and stacked all these on the inside. First, I drilled holes in the sides and on the bottoms. Actually, I think I forgot to drill holes on this one on the bottom, so I did it on the sides. And then in the center, you do have to drill the holes in the very center of each of these, and I just put a broomstick. So that's how you do it if you want it that way. I'm going to show you how I'm going to make them today. My seedling station, because my table was sawhorses with some boards on it, but I'm filming that project right now as well. So first thing we are going to do, we're going to see how wide we want to make this. So if I did that, what I was wanting to do, I would cut it about halfway down. I think we'll do that. Let's do that first. Let's cut this halfway down. This is my makeshift sawhorse situation. I need my battery, Penny. I forgot it. It's over here. Is this a good idea, Penny? Or is this a bad idea? Because how am I going to put the legs on? You know what? Change of plans. I'm just cutting this in half, and I'm going to eyeball it. There. That is not half. This is half. Whatever. Ta-da! I know it's not a perfectly straight cut. It's fine. This is not supposed to be fancy. This is homemade at its finest. All right, Penny, stop eating grass. I'm going to put you inside. Okay. Let's not fall. We have all our pieces. I'm going to do 3 legs on each one. I think I'll build the stools first. Okay, so let's do the big one. I want 3 legs to be like them so. I don't have any markers or nothing out here with me. Now I'll remember. Because what we're going to do, I built that green stalk last year. And I'm kind of like remembering back to what I did. I've built one of these stools before. That's the stool that I use to sit in the garden because it's like the perfect height for my bins. Oh, yes, I got the right bit on here. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the screws on the top before I get the legs on. Nothing is an exact science with me in the garden because there are so many things in my life that I kind of have to have, like, I need to be on top of it. So having the garden be the place that I can just, let's see if this works. And it doesn't matter if it doesn't work. I like that. I need that. Okay, so this is the tricky part for me. My husband helped me last time. Is getting them in and not having them spin. Hey, that worked. It's crooked, but that's fine. It's solid. I didn't put the screw in straight either. I know I didn't. Okay, so I put these in way too far. Okay, so that's where he is. So he's gonna go right there. Oh, God. I am not smart with this stuff. That's why my husband helps me when he's home, but he's not home. So I gotta do it by myself. I'm getting my green stalks. So something I am doing is I'm taking this end of the broomstick off, that side, because this end is more flat. Because this end has the screw on part to put on the broom handle. What are these little creatures flying around? I'm taking this and I'm putting it on this end. One, so that the flat part of the broom handle is flat on the bottom of my stool. And two, no wasps or bees or anything can get inside of this. We don't want that. So now I want to drill my holes in here. I'm going to do the first hole in the very base of all of these. That awkward way to hold it. We're going to put a hole right in the center here. I'm going to leave them all stacked up like this and see how far I can get in, because that's faster than doing it individually. And we are going to work smarter and not harder today. Well, I didn't think about getting it back out. Maybe I do have to do them individually. I do. Yeah, I do. I thought I was working smarter, not harder. And I cracked it. So this one's going to have a big hole. A few of them are going to have big holes. It's fine. It only went through a few. Look at me being so productive and smart. It's pretty thin plastic. I'll pick up all the trash at the end. We're going to do it individually. I am remembering frustrations of green stalks past. Some of these, they have these little spots that poke out for your drainage in the bottom. And you like poke out the little plastic deals. Some of them are very easy. Some of them are really difficult. And like, I'm very aware this plastic is very, very cheap plastic. It's not gonna last forever, but that green stalk has lasted me 2 seasons now, so for how cheap I can make these, I think it's worth the frustrations. But the sides are very thick plastic. It's just the bottoms in these circle areas that are quite thin. Also, I had to move locations because that wasp was really mad at me, and I was right next to where his home used to be, so my bench project should be fun. because he lived in that bench, and now I have asked him to leave the premises. I didn't know he lived in it until I accidentally washed out his home. Put this back in its box so I don't lose it. I'm going to attach the bottom one to the stool with these screws that I randomly have that are 1 inch, and that'll work just fine. First, I am going to, you know what? I need a marker. I'm going to drill holes in the very bottom of this, where the holes are on this bottom one, so that these actually drain. I don't understand tools. Okay. Got my holes drilled. Alright. We got it on. This doesn't look solid right now. And honestly, it's not the most solid thing in the world, but that's why I anchor them to trees. So they are solid. I am making these ones 8 tiers. The other one I had made 10, and with that specific stool, it was too much. And what I think I'll do too is I'm going to dig some holes so that the legs go partway in the ground, and that'll help anchor it as well. So let's actually do that first before I put all those on and like completely put it together and fill it with soil. So, oh, what just flew by my head? My biggest fear is a wasp getting stuck in my hair when I am all alone. Are you gone, mister? He was right by my ear. My hair is tickling me. He was so loud. Okay, so I think right here, because that gives me room in the back, unlike my other one, to be able to like harvest and prune. So I think right here is a good spot, and that gives plenty of room for me to get cucumbers and everything off of this trellis from this side. I'm going to dig a hole that size and stick it in. Plus it's further away from the tree, so I am a little bit less likely to hit roots. And I think there's a root right there. Oh, it's a giant piece of glass. Okay, well, don't break. Cool. It didn't. Remember that tiny bottle I found the other day? And I said we find that kind of stuff all the time. We do. We also find tin and glass. There's a root. And all kinds of stuff that people used to just dump here because they don't care about the planet. That looks pretty level too. Wow, look at that. Now this isn't super deep. I can't get it super deep with the roots that are here. But it's, you know, sturdier than just standing on top. Alright, let's get our other tiers. I really wanted to just like, and have it stick in the ground. I knew it wouldn't work. Alright. I had to get a new battery for my camera and Miss Penny. Well, do you want to hang out? Come on. She wanted to be with us. This glorious situation is for another project. You'll see that video. It goes with that. Okay, you ready to finish this green stalk, Penny? Alright, so I'm going to stick my broomstick in first. Yeah. That hole's a little bigger than I wanted it to be, but it'll all come together and be fine. Fine. after, like at the end, especially once soil is in. That's going to help a lot. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. 6, 7. Come on. 8. Where's the hole? Oh man. Look at that. I totally could have put this broom handle all the way to the ground. I could have drilled a hole in the very center and gone all the way down to the ground for another securing point, but that's okay. It'll just be tall and fun. Okay, let's stand back and admire our work. Whoa. Oh, it's so pretty. I love it. We're gonna have such a colorful garden. Ooh, yay. Okay, I'm gonna build the second one.